Is a presentation of Main Street Media, your source for news, sports, and information on Main Street in Middle Tennessee.
Mornings on Main Street on this beautiful Thursday, December 30th, 2021. There's 2 days left in the year, then we head off into 2022. So I hope you're, wherever you're watching the show today, hope it's a good day. Everything is going well. All right, man, fade it out. Great job there. Yes. All right, we got a fun show for you today. A lot of good positivity that's going on. Coming up at 7:20, our pet of the week. It's a different twist on our pet of the week, and I think you really enjoy it. We'll show it to you then. 7:40, Chase McCabe from ESPN 102.5 The Game will join us. It's game day in Music City. It's because the Tennessee Vols take on the Purdue Boilermakers at the Music City Bowl. I hear it's almost a sellout, so pretty good chance that it will be a sellout by the time, because Nashville's notorious for game day walk-up. I grew up here. Nobody buys a ticket 9 months out or even a month out. We always buy it like 24 hours out. So hopefully it'll be a sellout today for the Music City Bowl and the great folks there. It was downtown last night. Was going to host the Battle of the Bands. It got canceled. There's still some events last night. I will tell you though, I saw more Purdue fans than Tennessee fans, which means nothing. I just thought I would throw that out there. People say, no, Purdue fans are not coming. Yes, they're here in town. Somebody else who is also here in town is the intern. I'm not sure where he is, but we'll find out. Hey, buddy.
Hey, man. How's it going?
Good to see you. Well, you got a sweater vest on? What do you got over there?
So this is a vest I actually got at a place like Plato's Closet. It's got a lot of pockets.
Right.
It's for like a fisherman.
Wait, what's a Plato's Closet?
It's like a used clothes kind of thing. But not like, it's like not Goodwill, but you get paid for bringing in your clothes.
Really?
Yeah.
So somebody brought that in and you bought it?
Yep. Right off they brought it in. I was like, I got to have it. No, it was on the.
What would you pay for whatever that thing is you're wearing? What'd you pay for it?
So that's the thing. It's really cheap there because they're secondhand.
Right.
I think it was like $11, man.
Oh, you froze on me. Oh, there you are. You're back again.
Yeah, it was like $11.
Nice. All right. Well, that's good. That's really. And that red shirt, is that a turtleneck?
It is. Well, they call it a mock turtleneck.
Oh, does it make fun of you?
Yeah, it does. But it's being quiet right now.
Nobody's getting that joke.
No one understands.
All right. Don't go anywhere. Back in a moment with you. All right.
Sounds good.
With
man.
our comic strip tease in a few moments. All right. It's time to get our morning headlines to you straight from the hot off the press from Main Street Nashville, the e-edition of Main Street Nashville. Boom. There you go. How is it? Do we know it? Thursday, December 30th, 2021. Look, lot of great stories in here, but look, we like pictures sometimes too. And Larry McCormick is a photographer from Main Street, Nashville, and he's just simply fantastic. He takes pictures of things that we would never think about taking pictures of. And these are some of his best photos of 2021, and they're really, really cool looking. One right there. I mean, you just see that picture. What's that about? L&L Market on Charlotte Pike. Customers window shop, more than 20 businesses in there. Other things, you got pictures here. It's a really cool shot, man. Ryan Howard sits with his wife, tunes the guitar before performing. The other talented men and women of the Metro Nashville Police Department Talent Showcase. Just very cool. So if you get today and you look through, just check that out because that's really nice. Larry does a great job. Love this story from Taylor Courage in Rutherford County. Rutherford County is helping its residents get on the open road more conveniently. This is Taylor's story with a one-stop driver services center. The Express Center will offer things you can handle like licensing, tagging, and titling while taking advantage of all the services of existing county clerk's offices in Murfreesboro and Smyrna. We need this in Davidson County too. Marriage license and U.S. passport services will also be available. There's the groundbreaking. Look at everybody happy right there. The groundbreaking on last Tuesday, December 21st. Nice story, Taylor, on that. All right, really cool. Look, if you're watching the show, you know the story. Spring Hill Group tip staff $2,200 following lunch. We had Frank on, the owner of Grecian Family Restaurant in Spring Hill the other day. Nice story by Chris Yao here, talking about all that goes on, interviewing with the servers there. Really cool. And again, we live in a wonderful area in Middle Tennessee, and somebody came in there and tipping. This is tipping in the borough. The article says has become an internet sensation, and it's happening around the country too. And people love that. So good job, Chris. Nice story. And thank you, Frank and Grecian Inn, for all you do for everybody that's down there. Again, I love part of the paper because it's front page of the National Banner. All right. For those who don't know, the National Banner stopped in 1997. Okay. But for many, many years, it was the afternoon newspaper in Nashville. This is 1946, 75 years ago. And look at the top story. Mid-state storm damage mounts. So for those who think, oh, this weather's gotten really bad, it's always been bad around here. Not to this level, obviously, but still, this is late December 30th. And talking about the bad weather, power poles down and everything. And just wrecks and everything. It's all we do around here. It seems like we wreck. And that's the front page of the banner from 1976. Moving on down here, and we'll do our famous comic strip tease come up in just a moment. But another great thing of the Main Street is all the preps we do. And did a year in review, and they named the top coach player, the coach of the year, Paul Wade from DCA. Full disclosure, my son plays football at DCA, plays under Coach Wade. Fantastic man, fantastic coach. Of course, they won the state championship. And a nice article there by Tyler Palmatier on how DCA came from 0-10 to winning the state championship. So really cool. Last night, there was some sports action happening around town. Tennessee, not town, but around involving teams that we follow. Tennessee got beat by Alabama last night in basketball, 73. I think it was 73-68. Is that what I saw? Yes, I wrote down it correctly. So they won. They lost last night, Tennessee to Alabama. And then, of course, the Music City Bowl today over at Nissan Stadium. And then the Nashville Predators were back on the ice last night up in Washington. And they lost. I mean, scrolling over there, 5-3 to the Capitals. They've been off over two and a half weeks. That a 7-game win streak snapped last night. Yeah, so they're off the ice for 18 days didn't play. But the Nashville Predators will play again. I think the game tonight. They play again on Chicago here in town on New Year's Eve. On New Year's Day on Saturday. Man, I'm all over the board this morning because it's Thursday and I'm going to a football game later on. All right, so let's do our famous comic strip tease here with the intern. How are you, buddy? You there for me?
Yes, sir. Right here. I'm ready.
Okay, so first of all, let me ask you this, pal.
Do it.
What is your zodiac sign again?
It would be a Taurus, sir.
Let's see what we got for you today.
It's a bull, if you didn't know. Like a real
look,
strong...
I'm a Scorpio. Creative pastime will spark your interest. Creative pastime to me is taking a nap. So we got that. Taurus. Where is the Taurus there? Okay, you ready, intern?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right, intern, you've got the moves, so don't hesitate to make things happen. Look, you want to ask out that girl at Zaxby's you've been talking about? Today's the day.
Yeah, let me get that discount.
Yeah, and then how about you go up and say, can I get number 2 and your phone number? It's never worked for me, so maybe it'll work for you.
When she says no, then I'll be like, can I still get that number 2?
Say what's on your mind and set standards for others to follow. Don't wait for someone to initiate change. That's when you get your food, you pay for cash, he should give you back change. It's
Right.
up to you to do what's best for you.
Like, okay, so I should just reach over and get the change before she has a change.
No, don't. No. You just look, man.
Right.
Change.
Okay.
Got the moves. Make things happen. You know, we talk about making things happen all the time.
Yep.
Say what's on your mind. I've even been trying to ask her out for months. Just today, do it. Go by there and say, hey, a number 2 and your phone number.
Right. Okay, cool.
Let us know how that goes
I'll do it. I will.
and what kind of drink she throws in your face. All right. So our comic strip piece today, brought to you by possibly you, is the comic strip Blondie. Playing the role of Dagwood is the intern. Playing the role of the grumpy old boss is myself. I am doing the voice of Hannibal Lecter. An intern, you are.
I'm going to be Batman.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right. 3, 2. Bamstad. You're late again.
Sorry, boss. We stopped off for some bagels. These are for you.
I love bagels.
Boy, I was really looking forward to enjoying those bagels. If no one else enjoys it, we do.
Oh, man, that's terrible. By the way, what's on your computer back there?
What's that?
What are you looking on your computer?
Oh, probably just
not
make
working.
the show better, you know.
That Bumstead never works. Perhaps I should have him.
Where is she?
The boss right now, he sent you an email and says, hey,
Never do that again.
Dagwood, would you like to come over for some dinner? You're like, yeah, sure, man. We never hear from you again. All right, we're done with that. All right, let's get off and running. Coming up next, we got a really cool story for you about a mobile fitness trainer company. Now, you're like, what is that all about? It is a very cool idea run by some very special people that's really taken hold in Middle Tennessee, and I want you guys to know about it. That's coming up next. You're watching Mornings on Main Street.
You knew the risks when you decided to drive drunk. There could be a crash. People could get hurt or killed. You could get arrested. But one thing's for sure, you were wrong when you said it was no big deal.
In a complex world, our greatest strength is our people. Always has been, always will be. Regular Army, National Guard, and Army Reserve. Executing every mission. Preparing for everything. And that's why people matter. Every soldier, every Army civilian, every Army family, every soldier for life. Every one of us. People who make up the best equipped, best trained, best led force in the world. People who serve something greater than themselves. Ready now, investing in the future across every domain. Because in today's complex world, when the stakes are high, America calls its Army. And when that call comes, second place is not an option. We'll remain ready. We'll modernize. We'll compete. We'll fight. And we will win. Because winning matters.
Back into Mornings on Main Street. Hope you enjoyed the comic strip piece as much as we do. It's always fun. All right, so about a year and a half ago, when I was in TV, I was doing a segment called Motivation Monday. We go out and visit gyms and everything, and so I kept getting this one email from this person, like, you need to check out a thing called Truck Trainers. I'm like, well, Truck Trainers, what is that? So I look into it. It's a mobile gym, and it's absolutely fantastic. I was blown away, and I had this lady we're about to see on the show 3 times because she's making such a huge impact in Middle Tennessee with what she's doing. Let's bring her in right now. It's Teresa Pitt-Sholer with Truck Trainers and her staff this morning. Good morning, ladies.
Morning.
Teresa, I got to say, it's good to see you again, and I love the fact that your business is growing and growing and growing, and more people are finding out about you. How long now have you been in business?
We're going on our 5th year now, so we're growing slowly, but that's a good pace for us.
I love the idea because, sometimes we can't get to the gym and we're busy and we have all the excuses, but you literally knock down every excuse that we give because you can bring a full service gym to the person.
For sure. So our goal is to meet you where it works for you. If that's your driveway, if that's your office, whatever it is, that's where we want to be.
We did a workout in a husband and wife's driveway, basically. Remember, for TV?
Yeah, you did like 1,000 squats or something.
We had a good time there. All right, we're pulling your website up right now for people to see. There we go. With everything that goes on there. Now, I like what you say. Your Truck Trainers is not a new workout series. It's not a scientific breakthrough. We deliver workouts on your schedule to fit into your world. What is you go from morning, night? You're there all the time, aren't you?
So yeah, what's really kind of cool is this is Monica and Hannah. We all run our own schedule based on our particular group of clients. So Monica, for example, starts a little bit later than I do, but she works later than I do. So it really kind of depends on the clientele that you get, what works for them.
Also, I know you didn't plan this, what was going on, but during the pandemic, a lot of people did not want to go to the gym, but called you because your truck where the equipment is very clean, very nice, everything organized. It really brought what you're doing to the forefront, didn't it?
It did. We actually were kind of surprised that it helped us. Honestly, the pandemic helped us because big box gyms, some people weren't into that during the pandemic. So we actually got clients that would normally have gone to a big box place, but they wanted to come here because they could see us cleaning things. They knew.
How can people, I know the website trucktrainers.com, but how can people get a hold of you? I'm sure people got questions. They're always afraid of this. And we talked about this on TV. You just encourage people to reach out to you, don't you?
Oh yeah, for sure. Because there are a lot of questions that people have. And look, we are not for 100% of the people. We have some questions that we ask you, and this might not be for you. And we want to sort that out before we put you on a schedule and, start to get a routine with you.
And it's perfect because we talked again about this for companies that don't have a gym, but you show up, for a couple hours, they come out and work out in the parking lot. It truly is so efficient what you were doing.
Yeah, we do. We love that. So when people can come in and partner at an office and they can just one after the other kind of, motivate each other, that's ideal because, if you have one person that falls out in a partnership, sometimes that'll take the other person out, right? But in an office, you can almost always find someone who will take their place.
How many trucks do we have now?
We have 3, and we have a 4th that is in the shop in the process of being completed as well.
And that is great. What's the range of Middle Tennessee that you'll go to?
Right now, we will go to just about anywhere. We're still trying to get into those markets of Franklin and Mount Juliet because that's kind of far from where our hub is. All 3 of us live in the Hendersonville, so we're all a little bit north of town. But we frequent Green Hills. We're in Nashville. We are in Hendersonville, Gallatin, obviously a lot because that's our home base. But we kind of have set up logistics where when we hit a certain area, we can stay there pretty much all day. So yeah.
That's cool. And, the day we did it at some neighborhood in Green Hills where we were, it's not everything's just relegated to the back of the truck. You exercises right outside the truck too. If the weather is nice, you do all that stuff. So you're not just relegated to the back of the truck, are you?
No, during, obviously, when weather permits, we love to go outside. If it doesn't, though, that's okay too. We're not limited because we've got everything we need. We've already thought through the workouts and brought all the gear. So we pretty much have everything we need. It's a private gym. That's the idea.
And I will say this too, you are very hands-on. You are encouraging the things that we did. You're right there with the person. Any questions the whole time? I think, I'd pay just to see the way you work out with the person, the way you motivate them. So this is something you take very seriously, isn't it?
For sure. This was started because this was a problem that I had personally. So I couldn't get to the gym. I had a small child, all the things that we hear from people working full time, just there was no time. So I created this because this was something that I needed.
I love it. All right, so introduce your other two co-workers.
All right, so Monica right here has actually been with us for a year. So Monica already has clients up and running. She's running on a full year now being here, so she's great. She runs in a lot of the same areas that I do, but picks up other time slots that I don't have. Hannah is our certified trainer who is brand new, coming in with a new truck. So we're pumped about her. She's been training some of our clients. She actually trained the two of us a couple days ago, and I'm gonna tell you, it's no joke.
That is so awesome. I mean, what a great idea starting out. I'm sure people are like, oh, that'll never work and that'll go. And now you're working on your fourth truck and you got a staff there. Teresa, this is fascinating.
Well, here's what's really cool. They are mother and daughter. So we're trying to kind of keep it in the family. Yes. Girl power, for sure.
Mother and daughter, sisters over there. Oh, that is so good. All right, so 7 days a week. I mean, what if people like, I can only work out on Sunday afternoon or early Monday morning. I mean, you fit to everybody's schedule, don't you?
Yeah, so it's up to trainer discretion. That's kind of the cool thing is once we get a client that's interested, I'll hand them off to, let's say, Hannah. Hannah's got the most availability right at the moment. I'll put them in touch with Hannah and say, all right, you guys work it out. So it's up to Hannah to kind of figure out if she's got 3 or 4 or 5 clients that want to work out on Sunday, does she want to open up on Sunday afternoon and then maybe take off another day that she doesn't have to work? The idea too is to make sure that we don't overload the trainers. It is truly their discretion. They make their own schedule. We don't want anyone to feel overloaded. We don't want anyone to feel, too much pressure. We want you to be able to do your job and enjoy it. So we feel like by letting you have that control, that really helps the trainer. But yeah, for sure. If the trainer's like, yeah, Sunday afternoon works for me and the client wants it, great.
Is it a normal session, 45, 50 minutes, hour?
It just depends. Most of our clients, we can get everything we need done in a half hour, but we do have some that gun for 45 minutes. So those are a little bit of the overachievers.
Oh, I remember you tried to get me on the balance board, and I'm shocked I did not break your balance board or anything else that was around. But it was a fun workout, though. You made me do things, Teresa, I'd never done before in a gym.
Well, for sure. And that's one of the things that we also have to do is because we are limited on space, we have to get creative with the gear that we use and the workouts that we do. So we simulate a lot of those machines that you see in the gym that take up a lot of space by using other things. So yeah, it might hit the muscles a little bit differently.
Right. Oh, I felt it for about 2 weeks after that. But it was really cool to do things I've never done before. And you were so encouraging on that. So again, the website, trucktrainers.com. We'll continue promoting you, Teresa, and you guys, and get the good word out there because we know fitness is so important. And what you guys do is so great. It's so efficient. And the best part, no more excuses.
0. No more.
0 excuses. All right, thank you, ladies. Have a great day. Happy New Year. We'll get the segment. We'll send it to you, Teresa. You can post it later on, and we'll have a 2022. Thank you so much.
Sounds great. Thank you. Happy New Year, Joe.
Yes, you as well. Teresa and the gang at trucktrainers.com. Look, I did 3 stories with her when I was at my other lifetime, and I tell you what, it was great. People calling, showing up, booking them and everything. It's so great and so simple to see people taking control of their lives and Teresa helping you do that. So really, really cool. So thank you, Teresa, and the ladies at Truck Trainers, and it's trucktrainers.com for more information. All right, still to come in the show at 7:30, Roger Fregoso, a writer for Main Street Nashville, got a story about Whataburger. We talked about this yesterday, not coming to Donaldson. There's a lot of things going on there, and a lot of people are mad, really, really mad about this. Roger had a great story in the paper yesterday. We'll talk to him at 7:30. 7:40, Chase McCabe from ESPN 102.5 The Game will join us. It's game day in Nashville as the Tennessee Vols take on the Purdue Boilermakers in the Music City Bowl. But when we return, it's our Pet of the Week brought to you by Hunter Briley and Regal Realty Group. That's next.
Welcome to Main Street Nashville. Our newly launched e-edition allows you to read our paper online from anywhere in the world. You are in control of how and when you read or listen. Subscribers can access our e-edition online at mainstreet-nashville.com or on a smartphone or tablet using our Main Street Nashville app. In a browser, today's and all previous issues are available at the click of a button. Main Street Nashville is fully responsive. Click and drag your cursor to move the paper left and right. To see photos and text at a larger scale, double-click on a page. Clicking print will allow you to print an article or crossword at your convenience. View photo galleries and videos by clicking the icon on an image. Click play on videos once the screen appears. Main Street Nashville's e-edition is a simple, new way to interact with and consume news. Access the full e-edition of Main Street Nashville on your computer, tablet, or smartphone. Read whatever you want, whenever you want. If you have any questions, we're here to help. Call us at 615-527-4104 or email us at news@mainstreetnash.com.
All right, welcome back. Love the music. Great job, guys. Great job in 2021. Well done. We'll talk about 2022 if we bring you back or not. So, but don't go anywhere, right? All right, so it's time for our Pet of the Week. We do it every Thursday at 7:20. I'm wearing my Middle Tennessee Boxer Rescue sweatshirt that we got at the Santa Paul's Adopt-a-thon 2 weeks ago, and that was still, what a great event. So much awareness we got for area shelters. 11 dogs we got adopted out that day. It was not, we just didn't like, here, take the dog. Vetting process, shelter, sit down with the folks, make sure that was the right home, and so far, so good. It was really good. So again, it's our Pet of the Week time. So normally we show you shelter and we'll pick out a dog or a cat or something. But this week, there's a really cool thing in Donaldson called the Catio. It's a cat lounge. Now, I'll explain it to you in the story we got coming up in here in just a second. But it's a place where you can go and you can play with cats in their environment. You can go there for half an hour, an hour. It costs a little money to sit in there and play with them. But if you don't want to adopt cats, just want to get away and maybe play on your computer for a little bit or just play with the cats or watch TV, you can do that. And people doing it. It's a great place run by some really cool people. So here it is. Here's our Pet of the Week. Enjoy the Catio.
All right, this week we've got something a little different for you. We've come to a place in Donaldson called the Catio, all right? It's a cat studio where you can adopt cats. I'm not kidding you. Or you can come here and sit and do your work, have a beer, watch TV, and play with cats. It's a very unique place where you can come and have a good time. Now, here's the deal. It's you come in and hang out with the cats. It's $12 for an hour. But you can play with all the cats you want. They're everywhere around here. They've got kittens, and they play in their environment. Not yours, but their environment. So you come and you have a good time. You can sit at the tables. You got the Wi-Fi and everything. Again, you can watch TV. There's a TV in the corner. You can drink a little beer. You can hang out and have fun. And it's soothing, relaxing. People come here all the time just to get away from the world and play with cats. Now, if you'd like to adopt cats, they have that process here as well. It's pretty cool. They have a vetting process. They're all up to date on their shots and their vaccines. You can pick one out that you like. And again, you can watch them play in their natural habitat and environment, and you can have fun as well. It's a really cool idea that I've supported and loved for about a year and a half now, called the Catio. Again, you come in, you see the cats all walk around. They'll get in your lap. They'll get on your laptop. They'll bother you when you're doing some work. And that's the whole point of this. If you're going to have a cat, this is really cool to do that. And they just wander around, going at their own pace, having a good time. All kind of cute cats here. They got cats, they got kittens, they got tabbies, they got black ones, they got orange tabbies. They got a cat that stares out the window right there. That's what we love about them. So yeah, so you come in, just want to hang out. It's $12 for the hour. And yeah, this is part of our Pet of the Week, because if you want to adopt a cat, come hang out and see them at all kind of places for the cats to come. Look at this little cat walking there, a little orange cat. One gets on the table, hangs out with you. You can sit there, and these guys play nonstop. I promise you, time flies when you come here and hang out with them and have a good time and see what they're doing. You play with them, and next thing you know, your hour's gone and you're walking home with a cat. It's really cool. Great people who own this place, love their cats, always having fundraisers, helping out at cats. I've helped adopt out 2 cats from here that are living great lives and having a good time. And see, look at this guy. Yeah, no worries in the world. Again, this is their environment. You come in, have a good time. It's so cool. It's so different. It's so unique to see what's going on here. There's a little guy there taking a bath. See you, buddy. Oh, almost stepped on that one. Hi, pal. And his friend. Yeah, cats and kittens. It's called the Catio in Donaldson, right near Opry Lane. Oh, that one's, he's on a mission right now. Hey, buddy. Let's play nice today. Look at this guy. Hi. So yeah, there he goes. All right, look up the Catio Studio in Donaldson and come in and look, just chill. Have a beer, hang out, and play with them. It's a cool idea. I wish I'd have thought about it. Next thing you know, you're tired, and that big guy right there is part of, look at this, he's tired. Good Lord. Looks like me on a Friday night. I can't even get it out. All right, so here we go. There's our pets of the week. Really cool place called the Catio in Donaldson. Come check them out. Information at the bottom of the screen, how you can adopt, how you can be part of this, or just come hang out with them. It's just, again, a unique idea to have fun with the cats and their environment. All right, that's our pet of the week, brought to you by Hunter Briley and Regal Realty Group. And there's information if you want to get more on these beautiful cats.
Hey, welcome back. And again, here's the website of the Catio. Some really cool things that are going on there. They have bingo during the summer. They have events that are happening on. And again, the owners there and the workers there do a great thing. Now, the intern asked me, and I've got to share this. He's like, man, I bet it smells in there. Absolutely not. It is perfect. It's clean. Everything is perfect in that place, as you saw with the cats in their environment. So it's really, really cool. And thank you, Brandy and Brandy, the owners, for letting me come and help promote what you guys do, because you guys do such a great job in our community. That's really cool. So there goes the Catio. If you're looking to adopt cats, try them and check any of your shelters, help out. Again, you guys do a great job of helping adopt things out. We will take a break, come back. Roger Fregoso from Main Street, Nashville, a writer with this Whataburger story about not coming to Donaldson, which has a lot of people up in arms. Roger will explain what's going on. That's next. You're watching Mornings on Main Street.
Coach Hunt, Jim Toman at Middle Tennessee State. Wanted to give you a shout out and congratulate you on an unbelievable career. Love for you to come this fall or in the spring to Middle Tennessee State and talk baseball, or maybe even chat to my team, maybe catch a game or two. Just an unbelievable run that you've had. There's very few college baseball coaches that have done what you've done, Coach, and I want you to enjoy the retirement. I know you're still working in the athletic department, but take it easy, have fun, stay safe, and just proud of you and all your accomplishments.
I'm Tim Leeper, I own Tim Leeper Roofing, and we do residential and commercial service and replacement. We're basically your friends in the roofing business. We're local, we can help you, we're quick to respond. Without customers, we don't have a business. So if there's anything we can do to help you, please don't hesitate to call.
You've been putting back a few, and a few becomes a few too many. For a moment, you think about calling for a ride. Nah, you live nearby. What's the worst that can happen? You get pulled over, your insurance goes up, you lose your license, you total your car, you kill someone.
My bad. All right, welcome back. Great job, Dan. Once again, killing it on a Thursday, December 30th, 2021. All right, so, Whataburger has made this big announcement last year. They're coming to town. Everybody went crazy about Whataburger, and that's fine. You love Whataburger. That's so great. The Hermitage location opens next Tuesday. Now, they had one plan They're one, we talked to Jason Goolsby. One's going to open up here in Lebanon next summer of 2022. And there were plans to open one in Donaldson, but those plans were scrapped. Now, Roger Fregoso with Main Street Nashville, it joins us on the show. Roger, good morning, buddy.
Good morning.
This is becoming a very good habit having you on the show.
I like it.
Nice. All right. This Whataburger story that you wrote yesterday in the paper, we'll put the article up in just a minute, has really taken off, and it's inflamed a lot of people. Take us from the beginning. Why is Whataburger not coming to Donaldson?
Essentially, in the middle of Donaldson, there's a urban design overlay, which basically says the community has a right to decide how that area of Donaldson looks. And Whataburger likes to put cookie cutter restaurants when they purchase a piece of property and put that new building right on site. They tried with the district city council member to make those changes that were going to be required, the modifications needed to make that building fit into the community. And at the end of the day, it just didn't work for Whataburger, so they walked away.
So let's go back to this urban design overlay. Is that a government agency?
That was part of the local city council that put that in place, and it started in 2009, and it only applies to new development.
All right, so they came in and said basically what Whataburger wants to do doesn't fit with their idea or their future or their plan. Is that what I'm trying to gather here?
It's more to keep the design and look of that Lebanon Pike stretch from Briley Parkway east to Stewart's Ferry, that central part of Donaldson, downtown area, if you will. It's designed to keep it a certain look so that things don't get, too crazy and out of hand.
Right, like other roads around Nashville do, like going Nolensville Pike and going out Gallatin Road. I understand all that. So what was Whataburger's response?
We haven't been able to get a lot out of Whataburger. After I spoke to our local city council member here, I did contact Whataburger down in San Antonio, Texas. They weren't ready to make comment, and they've been putting me off. They told me they were going to make comment and just haven't gotten back to us.
We have the picture up on the screen now of the site for those familiar with this, across from Holy Rosary Academy there in Donaldson. And they bought that shirt. There was that Mexican restaurant, Los Tres Amigos, which I love. They still got a location on Stewart's Pike to put that out there. And so do you think Whataburger, I know you don't want to speak for Whataburger, but any plans for another part of Donaldson maybe, or just like, I got a feeling, Roger, they're just going to say, you know what, we're done. We're not going to deal with this in Donaldson. We can go other places where we don't have this problem.
Right. I hope not. And speaking to Jeff Syracuse, our District 15 council member, he thinks they might look elsewhere. And, if they decide to look at a piece of property on Donaldson Pike, all these modifications and restrictions are not going to be part of the plan. So it would be easier for them to drop a location anywhere along that road. Hopefully, Whataburger will look elsewhere, and as soon as we find out, we'll let you know.
Roger, you posted this in the Hip Donaldson Facebook group, and Lordy May, man, there were some really hot takes on this thing.
People love their Whataburger. I have never seen a more reactionary story. I posted a picture in a Hermitage page and about Whataburger, and it just got all kinds of comments and shares and likes. And even on Hip Donaldson, everybody, good, bad, or indifferent, it seems everybody has an opinion on Whataburger.
I get asked all the time about that location in Donaldson. I don't know anything. So when I read your article yesterday, I was fascinated because I had not heard any kind of update on it. And next thing you know, there it is, and it's taken off, and people are upset about all this stuff. How did you first hear about the Whataburger scrapping their plans for Donaldson?
Well, on July 27th, when Whataburger made the announcement of building 8 additional restaurants in the mid-state, we wrote the article on Main Street, Nashville. I just happened to call the city council member as a follow-up and was hit with this bombshell that they've walked away from the plans.
And that's Jeff Syracuse.
That's Jeff Syracuse, yes.
And again, not speaking for him, but I got to think, you councilman will bring jobs, bring development, bring people there. It's probably a 50-50 for him because he probably wants it to come there, but understands the urban design overlay group of the fact of they want to keep things like they want to do it. He's in a tough spot, I would think.
A little bit, but the urban design overlay was something that was instituted by the community. The community wanted it, so they implemented it. And as he says at the end of the story, he's got to look out for the integrity of the community. So, he answers to the constituents, and as long as he's doing right by them, there shouldn't be too much trouble.
I agree. We're big. We've had Jeff on the show. Big fans of Jeff Syracuse, what he does for the community. So I've got no disagreements with Jeff and all that. Roger, I want you to find out why we don't have a Starbucks in Donaldson.
I'll work on it.
We got Caliber Coffee, which is fine. I love Caliber Coffee. Jeff over there runs that place. That's good. But I get asked, if it's not Whataburger, I get asked about Starbucks all the time.
Right. Exactly.
So I don't know what's going on. So maybe you'll find that down the line and say, hey, here we go, the Starbucks stuff. But again, great story about this, because what I like about it, Roger, your story, again, you didn't pick a side. You let everybody tell the story, and that's what a great reporter does, Roger. So thank you.
Well, thank you, Joe. That's what I love about our community newspapers. We just want to let the local folks know what's happening right in their backyard.
Yeah, very good, Roger. Thank you again. The article will keep putting out there, and we'll have you back on soon, Roger. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
Yes, sir. To you too. Roger Fregoso, writer for Main Street Nashville, and the story that Whataburger is not coming to Donaldson. If you're in those hip Donaldson, hip Hermitage groups, man, they are hot. There's a lot that goes on. So thank you, Roger, for explaining about the urban design overlay and the story and everything. It's still right there on Main Street Nashville. Go to mainstreetmediatn.com. You can read it or subscribe to the e-edition of Main Street Nashville, delivered straight to your inbox every morning. That's how I first saw the story. And thank you, Roger, for clearing that up for us. All right, we come back. We've told you guys it is game day in Nashville, Tennessee. As the Tennessee Vols play the Music City Bowl versus Purdue. Chase McCabe, program director, the big boss from ESPN 102.5 The Game, will join us next. Talk about that and other things that are happening sports-wise in our community. You are watching Mornings on Main Street.
Every year, it costs Tennessee more than $15 million to clean up roadside litter. It's time to keep your trash to yourself and our roadways clear, because nobody trashes Tennessee.
It was just a few drinks. I'm good.
I thought it was good.
After every game, we always have a few. It's no big deal. It was no big deal.
Hey, I can hold my liquor. I thought I could hold my liquor.
Is your roof in need of repairs? Maybe it's time for a full roof replacement. If so, choose Middle Tennessee's #1 rated roofer. Tim Leeper Roofing has provided the Nashville area with outstanding residential and commercial services for nearly 2 decades. And with hundreds of 5-star reviews, Tim Leeper Roofing has satisfied thousands of homeowners. To schedule a free and honest estimate, find us online at timleeperroofing.com.
Whataburger not coming to Donaldson, which I refer to as God's country. That's okay, though. We'll figure something out. Y'all, what's going on? And, and be honest with you, we don't need a Starbucks in Donaldson. Caliber Coffee, locally owned, fantastic, great people, do great work in the community. That's all we need. I'm sticking to it. All right, let's bring in our good friend Chase McCabe, program director, the big boss at ESPN 102.5 The Game. Chase, your big day for you, man.
I know it is a big day. I always love it when the TransPerfect Music City Bowl comes to town. And so obviously got Purdue and Jeff Brom, somebody that we got to know when he was at Western Kentucky, but they're playing that team from up east. So I think they're going to bring a lot of fans here for the Tennessee Vols.
All right, we've talked about this quite a bit. Bowl games are won and lost by teams that really want to be there. I don't know about Purdue. I don't follow a lot about Purdue, but from reading everything and listening to Josh Heupel, Tennessee really wants to be in the Music City Bowl. And that being said, I think they're going to have a big day.
What is a college football coach's biggest job besides winning the games? It's recruiting, right? This is a recruiting trip because you go and you show up and you show off this offense, and you're in an area that, as you know, Joe, there's a lot of talent in this area. You got a huge fan base that's going to pack that stadium today. The game is, last I checked, was very few tickets available, almost sold out. Going to be a lot of orange. So yeah, I think they want to be there. And you know, I've asked several people this week, you know, is there pressure on Josh Heupel to win this game? And it's not that there's pressure, it's there's extra motivation to go out there and win this game, because a lot of people will say, it's a bowl game, who cares? I mean, it just whatever, go have fun. And I do think that is a message from him, but I think he wants to cap off the first year there at Tennessee with a big dominant victory in his home state here in Nashville, the Music City Bowl. So I think there's a lot of extra motivation, and they definitely want to be there and they want to win this game.
I agree. And with a roster that back in January of 11 months ago, when so many people left that program, the fact that they could finish the season 8-5 with a bowl win, Heupel won't get it, but he should be a huge candidate for Coach of the Year, Chaser.
He should, because the big thing when you see a coaching change, and whether a team wins or loses, you want to see the buy-in. And if the players believe what the head coach is selling. And I think that you saw that with this Vols team, that they did. And I think in some way, or in many ways, they overachieved, especially on the defensive side. Everybody knew the offense was going to be fun to watch. And once they got Hendon Hooker in place at quarterback, it really took off. But the defense, I think, they played for the guy next to them. They played for their coaches, and they really shocked some people because, hey, they weren't that bad. And so if you continue to add talent to that, it's just going to get even better. But there is a true buy-in with Josh Heupel. You can tell the guys like playing for him. I never got that vibe with Jeremy Pruitt, that they enjoyed playing for him. And that's what you want to see. And I mean, you see that with Heupel. I mean, I think you can even say that you see that with Clark Lee here at Vanderbilt, that even though they didn't win a lot of games, they only won 2, they played for him. And so that's what you want when you make a coaching change. And so the Vols should be happy with that. And I expect to see that today in the TransPerfect Music City Bowl. They're going out there thinking that they're playing Alabama, ready to win.
Somebody's got the talking points. TransPerfect Music City Bowl. I like it, Jason. I saw programming today for your station. This game is going to be across all the platforms.
Yeah, I took over as program director, and then basically told my bosses at the station, "Hey, I'm taking 3 of our stations in this cluster and putting a football game on. You guys cool with that?" Yes. So we are going to start our coverage at 1:00 with our official pregame show. Darren McFarland, yours truly, will be hosting that live from Nissan Stadium. That's going to be on ESPN 102.5 The Game, ESPN 94.9, and 93.3 Classic Hits. 93.3 Classic Hits is where we air all our Vanderbilt football games. So we're going to have the Music City Bowl there. And then at 5 o'clock on 102.5, we have to break away and go to Nashville Predators coverage, but no worries because the game will continue on 94.9 and 93.3.
All right, so let's lead into that. Nashville Predators last night. You guys are the flagship station of the Predators. They lost 5-3. It got down 3-0. They came back, battled back, made it 3-3, and lost 5-3. You kind of expected that, Chase. They've been off for 18 days. They did not have their captain last night, but still, they played their tails off.
They did. It was really a tale of 2 periods when you look at the first 40 minutes of the game. I thought both teams came out kind of sloppy, but Peter Laviolette's squad in Washington was able to capitalize, no pun intended, on that, and score 3 goals, go up 3-0. Yeah, I thought you'd like that. But to their credit, like you said, the Predators did battle back and they tied it up. And I thought, okay, we're going to have a fun third period. And we did for the most part. It was towards the end. They had a 4-on-4. The Preds had just gone on the power play to have the man advantage for a few seconds. And Washington was able to capitalize with a shorthanded goal and take the lead, and then added an empty netter later in the towards the end there. But I think the score is not necessarily indicative of the game itself. The first period you'd like to have back. You want to come out with a little more juice. But I think everybody expected, after being off for, like you said, over 2 weeks, that it was going to be sloppy, and that's what it was. But they'll rebound. They're back at it tonight. I think that's the nice thing when you lose a game and you can play a back-to-back. You can turn around and forget about that loss and go take care of business against Columbus. So we will have that for you starting at 5 on ESPN 102.5 The Game.
And they're back home Saturday, New Year's Day, right? The
Correct.
Blackhawks?
Yeah, Chicago. It's a matinee game. I think that's a 12 o'clock game. They're all run together at this point in the season. But, yeah, matinee or 1 o'clock game. So 12 o'clock pregame, 1 o'clock game at Bridgestone Arena against the Chicago Blackhawks, the division rival. So, yeah, and I'm curious to see what they do with the schedule of making up some of these games that got postponed. They obviously don't have the Olympics to worry about now, but it's going to be a compacted schedule as we get into the new year.
All right, before we take the break, we got to ask you something happened last night. For folks that don't know, a former Titan player last night kind of threw the Titans and the fans under the bus. Logan Ryan, he now plays the New York Giants, was here from 17, 18, and 19, talked about how the Giants are having a terrible year, but the fans are standing behind him, and basically the fans in Tennessee suck and never supported him, and they wouldn't go to the game unless he had free tickets. And Chaser, I have never seen an ex-Titan player just get bombarded with some really mean tweets, but they went at him last night, including myself.
I saw that.
That was uncalled for. Your opinion of what Logan Ryan said?
Totally unnecessary, but it's Logan Ryan. I don't think anybody should really be surprised. The dealings I had with him were fine, but I know he was good for a snipe. Like he would. I remember his last meeting with the media when it was pretty apparent they weren't going to re-sign him. He had played his 3-year contract and they were going to move on. I was adamant that they should re-sign him. I thought he was the best player on defense his last year here, but he had to throw some little subtle jabs in there, and he's just been known to do that, and I just don't see a point in it. And you're in a huge market now where the fan base hates you because you don't win and you want to sit there and also here's the other part of this, like, what has Logan Ryan done since he left? Does anybody even care? Like, I mean, does he make a huge impact on the Giants team? So what was the point? What was he trying to accomplish? It's just like, you're going to take the heat off of your crappy team by calling out a fan base of a team that last I checked was leading their division and the second seed in their conference. So enjoy the golf course while the Titans are in the playoffs. That's what I would say.
And here's my thing. He had the charities where the dog adoptions, and we love all that stuff. And Titans fans showed up to support him. Yeah. We did numerous stories with him when I was at Channel 4. Not one time did that guy ever say thank you. And we don't do this for praise. Sometimes it's a simple thank you can be enough. Like, hey, thanks for coming out, because everybody else does it. A lot of it, even Taylor Wan is as brash and everything he is. The events we've covered, he's always come over and said, hey, thank you for coming out and helping out and covering this. And that's fantastic. Logan Ryan not once ever said thank you. And he had his agent email me and others around town begging Logan Ryan to come on for coverage for the draft. And that.
We got that.
I was done with him. I'm like, no, because you didn't say thank you. I'm that petty. I was done.
Well, and you bring up Taylor Lewan. Taylor Lewan is authentic. He is authentic. What you see is what you get with him. There is not a fake bone in his body. I mean, it's brash, it's crazy at times, but he is authentic. And when you hear comments like that from a guy like Logan Ryan, in what you just said about, because he came on our station for the same reasons, that you wonder how authentic he really is. And it was uncalled for. Like, he's been gone 3 years. So what was the point of throwing in a jab? I mean, I noticed he didn't bring up New England. So
right. He didn't. Did he?
No, I mean, so what beef do you really have? Like, are you still mad that they didn't pay you and re-sign you when you got overpaid when you signed here in the first place?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I totally agree. All right. I feel better now talking to you.
Too.
Off my chest. All right. Take a break. Celebrity birthdays. Don't go anywhere. Be right back. Chase McCabe will join us. Celebrity birthdays right here. Mornings on Main Street.
I guess I started writing in high school with my high school newspaper and continued to do that in college. But again, I've been writing almost 50 years. I guess I'm semi-retired, but I don't know what else I would do if I weren't working on two or three stories every week. And that's what I love to do. I love to talk to ordinary people who have extraordinary stories to tell. That is my passion. And I like to help them share their stories with you, the reader.
While federal coverage is really important, often I really think that a lot of the decisions that are going to impact you most are made at the local level. Like where's the stop signs going to go? What's your speed limit going to be? How much you're going to pay in property taxes? We talked about that a lot. And how much funding the schools are going to get. Zoning decisions that are going to impact which developers can come in and change the neighborhoods and grow the city. And all those decisions are going to be made at the local level.
I think I like that we have so many papers and so many communities, so we get to be more localized. It's not like broad coverage of this is all of Tennessee. Like it's very much our own specific areas, and we have reporters in each county/city that we have papers in, and I think that that's awesome. I mean, my favorite part is features and like human interest. I think those are the best because you get to highlight somebody who otherwise wouldn't be highlighted.
Yeah. Good game show music right there.
The band sounds great today, Joe.
Say that. Here we go. Welcome back in, folks, to Mornings on Main Street, the final segment. I'm going to lay that music a little low underneath. Band, keep playing. I'll tell you to stop. All right, time for celebrity birthdays, sponsored by intern who?
Possibly you.
Oh, man. Okay. Here we'll start off this morning. In celebrity birthdays, Chase joining us here. I'll just turn that off. Goodness. All right.
The band sounds great.
Yeah, they're fantastic, Chase. A little attitude-ish sometimes, but that's okay.
Like you. It's okay.
I go out back and spray them with a water hose, and they understand
meetings are intense.
Who the boss is here. All right, first birthday is TV host Meredith Vieira. How old is Meredith Vieira? Chase, you're the guest. You go first.
Meredith Vieira, I would say 67.
56.
She is 68. Chaser out of the gate running with it. Good job. Chaser, you got to get this one. Actress Tracy Ullman.
Oh, yes. Man, she's probably up there. I would say 74.
Who is this?
Tracy Ullman, The Simpsons first aired on her show on Fox in the late 80s, and that's where it got the ground for The Simpsons, the greatest TV comedy show of all time.
73.
She is 62. Ooh. Tracy Ullman will not have you on her credit card list next year.
No.
Tiger Woods.
The boy.
His birthday. And I tell you, this guy's lived 8 lifetimes to only be this age.
Seriously, especially his knee.
Yeah. 44.
I was going to say 46.
46 exactly.
Wow.
Intern, you haven't got one exactly in forever.
Right. He's fine. I'm a huge fan of Tiger.
LeBron James' birthday today.
LBJ is 38.
His age is always on Twitter when they're doing the videos. I'm going to say 42.
37.
Okay.
You guys are doing well, though. Chase, you're up 2-1. All right. Singer Ellie Goulding.
28.
I was going to say 30.
35. All right, let's roll through these. Singer Noel Paul from Peter, Paul, and Mary.
82.
77.
84. Chaser nailing it.
Boom.
3-1.
Darn it.
Let's see, going down some more here. Singer Patti Smith. Sorry. Singer Patti Smith.
79.
I'm going to go 83.
75. From ELO, musician Jeff Lynne. Also from the Traveling Wilburys.
Yes. Love the Traveling Wilburys. 72.
68.
74. Chaser has
Running
already got
away.
4. He's one away from having the most all time on this show. Former Today Show host, anchor Matt Lauer.
He's probably 61.
Ooh, I was gonna say
I always looked younger.
64.
Oh wow.
TV host Sean Hannity.
Sean Hannity's probably in that same range. 62.
66.
He's 60. Chaser is tied the all-time high on the show. He's winning 5-1.
Oh man.
Get some more here. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. Let's see here. Singer actor Tyrese. Is he not in the
Fast and Furious? Yeah.
God, you can set the record here, Chaser.
50.
42.
43.
Ah.
We're not done yet, though. We got some more birthdays coming here. Hold on. Let's see here. Hold on, go anywhere. Sandy Koufax, former pitcher of the Dodgers.
81.
I was gonna say 83.
86.
Ah.
All right, Chaser, you got one shot left here. Country singer Susie Boggess.
I have no idea who that is. Susie Boggess. 73.
81.
65.
Okay.
That's right, though, Chaser, you tied
it.
All-time record. I hear you got a special guest on the radio today about 1:15.
Yeah, you're going to join me. That'll be fun.
I kind of bullied you into putting me on there, so thank you.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I mean, whatever. I'm used to it.
All right, Chase, again, brother. We'll see you this afternoon. Thank you.
All right, later, guys. All
right, you hear Chase McCabe on 102.5 The Game from 10 to 2. Now you put a face with the voice. So thank you, Chase, for always joining us. Intern, I'm going to miss you, man. Wherever you go the next few days, please be careful.
Yeah, you too, man. I'll miss you as well.
All right, take care. And that's it. Thank you. That's our last show of 2021. We're off tomorrow. Thank you all for hopping aboard Mornings on Main Street since we started this in early October. Really appreciate all the feedback, people watching, the stories people have come on here. Hunter Briley and Regal Realty Group for the sponsorship for Pet of the Week. So many people to thank that put this show together, that do it every day. And we just strive to bring you some hyper-local, positive, great news with great people in the area to keep you informed every single day. And so, again, really, thank you so much from all of us for watching every day. And we leave you with this, as always. Be nice to people. Be kind. Let people in traffic wave at people. Open doors. Remember, nobody cares about your CrossFit workout unless you're doing it for a charity. And as always, remember this, nobody ever went broke by giving. We'll see you next year.